Hello, AJ. I want to play a game. For a decade, you've given joy to your viewers through unboxing and review videos. But over the last few years, your content has shifted, giving you a more larger-than-life persona. Guest vocals at live shows, gifts from your idols, festivals, just to name a few. Your focus on the rock star lifestyle makes it seem like maybe you never cared about the unboxings to begin with. Today, I am challenging you to go back to your roots. To remember where all the success and fun times came from. Today, I am challenging you to make an unboxing video. You have 10 minutes to unbox and review the item to your left. Use your time wisely. If you fail, you will receive a punishment greater than any that has ever come before. You will be forced to watch Saw X.
No!
Give your audience what they want, AJ, or suffer the consequences of watching something even more painful than you've been forcing them to watch lately. I mean, seriously, we get it. You crowd surf. Cool. Let the game begin.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? AJ Good here at the House of Masks, where we unbox and review cool stuff almost every single day, and I am very excited for today's unboxing. I mean it. I am very excited for today's unboxing, okay? This is Maverick. He's going to be helping me today because, as you can see, he has also been in a jigsaw trap, and although he might have lost his arm, he kept his life. He's a good boy. When it's a dog, it's not an arm, it's a leg, right? Because they walk on all four of them. Anyways, in today's video, we have a piece that I am super excited to finally own. I have been after one of these for quite some time. However, they just weren't a priority for me. So unless it was a really good steal of a deal, I wasn't going to pick one up. And since Saw is once again making headlines with the newest film, Saw X, I have gone down the Saw rabbit hole once again and re-fallen in love with the series. Now, there are quite a few things that I do absolutely love about the series, but there are also things that you would think that I would love that I just don't care for. I'm not into Saw for the gore porn aspect. I don't really like true crime stuff, I don't like real gore, and I definitely don't love fake gore that tries to look real. If it's a gore kind of gore, I'm all for it, but when it's gore that just makes me squeamish for the sake of being gross, I'm just not really that into it. Another thing that I don't care for in the Saw series are the convoluted storylines. I don't like the crazy twists, I don't like all the flashbacks. Maybe I'm just a simpleton, but I think that this manner of Saw storytelling is a little irritating at times and makes it just overall hard to enjoy the story. With that being said, there are quite a few things that I absolutely love about the Saw series. First of all, the visceral imagery that is used in Saw. It's some of my all-time favorite looks. It's definitely some of my all-time favorite atmosphere, settings, whatever you want to call it. I just love the look of the Saw series. It's like the Silent Hill Otherworld in real life. Another thing that I absolutely love about Saw is Tobin Bell. I think that he, as Jigsaw, is just absolutely fantastic. Everything from his look to his demeanor to his voice.
Oh yes. There will be blood.
I think that he is a saint in horror, and he absolutely carries the Saw franchise. Another thing that I love is the traps. I think that the traps are so interesting, and I guess this kind of accompanies the atmosphere and the overall look of the Saw world, but there's just something really cool about the traps, the way that they are built so crude looking and rusty and old and gross, and the fact that you know that whatever is going to happen to the person that's in that trap is going to be absolutely devastating. Now, one of my all-time favorite things about the Saw world is Billy the Puppet. I think that he is super creepy. The mix between Jigsaw doing that crazy voice,
Hello, Amanda.
the weird, gross atmosphere of the Saw world, and the fact that Billy the Puppet is just absolutely creepy. He is pretty much a perfect horror icon. He's obviously not a serial killer. He's not alive. It's not Chucky.
I am Chucky.
The killer dog! And I dig it!
And Jigsaw is no Michael Myers. He doesn't have that type of lore. He is a real person doing real crazy things to real people. In a movie, of course. But I just really love the installation of Billy the Puppet into the Saw franchise, and I think that he is absolutely wonderful. So, with that being said, in today's video, we are going to unbox our very own Billy the Puppet. And again, I am super, super excited for this. I've wanted one of these since the original run of the Trick or Treat Studios Billy's, but I was just never able to grab one for the right price. Again, Saw isn't my all-time favorite series by any means, and Billy's not my all-time favorite character by any means, but with Saw coming back out with Saw 10, I got very invested in the Saw series yet again, and I just couldn't stand going another day without having my own Billy. I think that he is super, super creepy and one of my favorite parts of the Saw series. So I hopped on Marketplace and eBay and started looking, and eventually found this guy for $150 shipped. This is the original run Billy from Trick or Treat Studios. They are doing a re-release this year, I believe. Maybe they've already started doing it, but the only ones that I can find online that are readily available are still up for pre-order, so I could be wrong about that, but it seems like they are getting these things ready this year to ship out, and then they'll be available in 2024. So maybe those guys will be updated and upgraded, but I am perfectly content with one of these guys right now, the original run Trick or Treat Studios Billy the Puppets. I hope that it's not too bright. I hope that you guys can see all of the textures on this guy. Now, I've yet to even really see one of these in person, so me turning this guy around and taking a look at him right now will be my first true look and a real genuine reaction and review of this piece. Obviously, this is a static puppet. His mouth does not move, but he looks fantastic. Even me just turning his head like that at me gave me kind of the creeps because it looked like I am in a Saw film and Billy the Puppet is about to tell me that the game is about to begin. And man, what a cool creature design. He's not really a creature, he's just a ventriloquist doll or a dummy or a puppet or whatever you want to call it. But again, like, what is he? Me talking about the way that he looks is because I don't necessarily think he was created to look scary. He's not like a killer clown or something like that. He was just made and happens to look freaky as fuck, just like some of those old school, vintage, or even antique at this point children's toys, the clowns, the dolls, the whatever they are. I think that is what Billy has going on here, and that's what adds to his scary, scary charm. Now, I guess another thing that makes Billy the Puppet so cool and so interesting is his lore and his backstory. Like, he genuinely has a reason to exist in the Saw world. And even though he is used a little differently than his original conception and what he was originally going to be used for by Jigsaw, it is still very interesting that he was able to find himself a place in the Saw world and make it into all the Saw movies and become so iconic. He literally didn't even have a name when he was created. He just ended up being called Billy by the directors. So, I mean, everything about this guy is pretty cool. I'm not going to dive too deep into his lore. It is a pretty messed up backstory. If you guys want to go check it out, you can do so. But for right now, we're just going to be talking about the product, and I absolutely love the product. This is one of those things where it just makes sense for Trick or Treat Studios to exist. They give us the really, really cool stuff for an affordable price, and they make it readily available for casual collectors and even hardcore collectors like myself. I am totally happy with this product. He is of the right size, he has a great sculpt, even a great finish. I know that a lot of times Trick or Treat Studios products look way nicer in the catalog photos because those things are hand done by the artist, and then we get these mass-produced versions that don't quite deliver, but that's mostly on other products like the masks. I think every life-size replica prop I've ever seen by Trick or Treat Studios has been finished to a pretty good completion. You just chewing on a box back there? Okay. But yeah, dude, this thing looks fantastic. He's got a fully opposable body. He's got like these metal rods on the inside, so you can really make his hands kind of do whatever they want, and his legs as well. So wherever I decide to seat him, I can have him look exactly how I want him to. Oh God, I'm just talking about the quality and then his arm falls off. No way. Looks like this dude lost a saw trap too. Oh God. So yeah, dude, Billy the Puppet. I am super, super happy to finally have one of these, and with all of that out of the way, I feel like there's nothing left to do but the same thing that we do at the end of all of our unboxings and reviews, and that is leave you guys with some nice up-close shots of this piece to let you see all of the beautiful, beautiful detail. We will then find a place for it in the collection and show it off there as well. Thank you guys very, very much for watching this video. I truly hope that you have enjoyed it, and I appreciate your support. So until next time, this has been AJ Good here at the House of Masks, telling you to say no to drugs and alcohol, and yes to living. Did I pass the test? Did I pass the test? And we will see you guys in the next one.
Game over.